Hey, what is going on? It is Crypto Bobby, and it is milestone day in the cryptocurrency world. Bitcoin not only breaking $10,000, but breaking $11,000. Ethereum breaking $500. Litecoin breaking $100. Numerous other cryptocurrencies out there really crushing it. The entire market cap up to over $340 billion. Pretty incredible day, pretty incredible time in the cryptocurrency space. So I want to talk a little bit about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and some of the other altcoins that have done really well in the past 24 hours and then the run up into this. And I want to give a quick shout out to everybody from last night who joined for Crypto Happy Hour. So I had Crypto Happy Hour last night. There were at one point in time about 1,300 people in the YouTube live. So that was awesome. Literally hopped in there as soon as Bitcoin hit $10,000, or as Bitcoin. I was pouring my wine as Bitcoin hit $10,000, and then it continued to run. So that was a really fun time. And I will be doing another YouTube live Crypto Happy Hour this evening at 8:30. So same time. I'm aiming for 8:30 if you want to join for that. Hit the little subscribe button and the notify bell next to that so you get a notification when I do go live. But let's hop into the actual comments. So, content. Looking at Bitcoin right now on the daily chart at this point in time, Bitcoin is up significantly in the past day. It's pretty incredible to think about, too, because there were a lot of people, the popular sentiment out there, at least in my mentions on Twitter and in these YouTube comments, was the second Bitcoin hits $10,000, it's going down to $7,000, it's going to $6,000, and it's going to crash, and I'm going to buy all of it, and it's going to go down, and it's going to go down. I think in some cases that was kind of wishful thinking. Granted, Bitcoin is having a little bit of a pullback right here, down from $11,500 or so to $11,250. But the popular sentiment seemed to be the second Bitcoin hits 10 grand, it's just going to shoot back down because Operation Dragon Slayer, or because I want it to. And I feel like that kind of didn't take into account the psychological effect of people thinking about Bitcoin and thinking about cryptocurrency, and just the way that I think human psychology and emotion works is like, oh my God, Bitcoin is at an all-time high, I want to buy into it. Meanwhile, when Bitcoin crashes to, let's say if Bitcoin crashes to, I'm watching a little bit of a downturn right now, but let's say Bitcoin crashes to $7,000 or $6,000. The smart money, that's when the smart money's buying. The money that's buying right now in a lot of cases is saying, oh my God, I'm freaking out, what's happening? And I think that a lot of people don't take into account human psychology because this is still such a new market, and how people deal with this stuff is just because something hit $10,000, I think, looking at it and saying, oh, this is automatically going to dip is a little bit naive. And you've seen that in the run up here. You've seen Bitcoin go from $10,000 to $11,000, $11,200 as of the time of recording this right now. And I think a lot of that is just psychologically speaking. People see, oh, wow, this hit $10,000. This is actually legit now. Like, Bitcoin's real. Meanwhile, when it was $1,000 or $2,000, you couldn't pay half the people that are calling me right now saying like, hey, how do I buy this crypto stuff? What is this stuff? So I think that's really interesting and important is the higher the price goes, the more regular people are interested in looking at this stuff and trying to buy into it, even though it should have been when it was a lot lower and they had that opportunity to buy in lower. So will Bitcoin sustain these prices? Quite frankly, I don't have the faintest clue. I mean, it's been a ridiculous run up. I mean, I don't think there's any denying that. In the past month, we have Bitcoin up. In the past month, Bitcoin is up 84%, and that is in less than 30 days. Bitcoin is up 84% on a almost doubling, which is nuts to think about, up from the $5,000 around $6,000 mark. So it's fascinating to watch. It's fascinating to see. Bitcoin has done nothing but go up in the past 4 days by significant amounts. So or in the past day or so, and I'm holding for the time being. I don't always recommend the hodl philosophy, the close your eyes and hodl. But right now, considering where I got into the crypto world, I'm holding on to both Bitcoin. I'm holding on to my Ethereum. And I'm not trying to call the top. I think that a lot of people can try to call the top. And it's right now, it seems to be in a lot of cases, it's a race. everybody wants to be the smartest person in the room. First of all, I'm not the smartest person in the room. I'm not the smartest person on YouTube. I'm not the smartest person anywhere. I definitely recognize that, and I don't try to be. There are a lot of people now who you have to know that are trying to be the smartest person in the room, and they're trying to call the exact second that Bitcoin hits that top, so that when Bitcoin goes back down, they're saying, hey, Bitcoin hit the top. I'm smarter than you. I said it was. I either started short selling or I just called the top because you guys are stupid and you bought in at Bitcoin at the top, and ha ha ha, I can laugh at you. I'm not trying to call the top. There have been people that have tried to call the top on Bitcoin for the past month, 3 months. You know, the top has been here. The top has been here. The top has been here. The top has been everywhere, but it hasn't, and it hasn't stopped running. Could it stop running? Yes. Could it crash? Yes. But if it does, I'm going to treat that as a buying opportunity, quite frankly, and I'm going to look at that in that regards, and that's how I'm going to, you know, if we're seeing sub $8,000 Bitcoin or sub $6,000 Bitcoin, I'm going to treat that as a significant buying opportunity, and I'm definitely going to make a big move and a big jump into Bitcoin and into Ethereum if and when a crash or correction does happen. I think that, you know, not every altcoin, one lesson and one thing I've kind of continually learned is not every altcoin is going to recover from its all-time highs. All you have to do is go over here. You know, some do a fantastic job of recovery, but a lot don't. All you have to do is look at down percentage from the all-time highs. Look at Steam. Steam is down 73% from its all-time highs. Siacoin down 67%. BitShares down 64%. Metal down 60%. Could those come back at some point in time? Yes. 10x down 52%. My poor Civic down 47%. But it doesn't always mean that they are going to come back from their all-time highs. I think you are much more likely in a lot of cases to see something like Bitcoin always continually establish, not always, but continually establish new all-time highs, which I think it's in some cases safer to make that movement, and then pick select altcoins or select crypto assets here and there, which is what I'm going to do and what I'm going to continually do in the marketplace right now. But, you know, for the time being, as of this point, I'm just sitting back and I'm watching how this develops. And I think the big thing that you definitely want to keep an eye on here too is the institutional money and how that is moving into the space. And I mentioned this last evening. I'll pull up just real quick so I'll pull this up here. I would definitely recommend, if you are not, if you have a little bit of spare time today, I will link to this in the description. I'm watching this. I wanted to go to this because it's in New York, but the tickets were $1,500, and it was kind of, to be frank, it was a little bit difficult for me to justify spending $1,500 on conference tickets, even though I probably would have met some really interesting and important and powerful people there. But watching it on the stream is, I think, in some cases not, you know, you don't get the connections, but the content is there and the content's free, which is fantastic. So I would definitely recommend taking a look at the Consensys Invest 2017 live stream. I believe that's happening again today, shortly after posting this. So it's all you have to do is just throw in your information. You can put whatever in. Who cares? But there were three separate live streams yesterday of different topics that were going on continuously, and the content was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was good stuff. And there were people from the CME group who were launching the futures. There were people, the CEO of BitMEX was there, Chris Bernisky, the author of Digital Assets, numerous people that are kind of big in the crypto space, that manage crypto hedge funds, that run all types of kind of important dealings in the crypto world. So I thought it was fantastic to learn from, because as I said, I am absolutely not the smartest person in the room, probably the dumbest person in the room in a lot of respects. So I try to take every opportunity I can to learn from the smartest people in the room. And this was a fantastic opportunity for me to do so. So I would recommend taking a look if you haven't already, because I've really enjoyed a lot of the comments and the sentiments that they provided in regards to crypto, because I think, quite frankly, that is going to be a big driver of the type of people that are speaking at this event, are the type of people that are going to be driving quite a bit of the market movements in the future as institutional money continues to pour into the space, as hedge fund money continues to make a move. I think if and when Bitcoin is to go from or the cryptocurrency marketplace in and of itself is going to go from $345 billion market cap to potentially $1 trillion market cap, or multiple $1 trillion in market. if that happens, that is going to be, in a lot of respects, due to the people that are speaking at Consensys right now, and those type of folks in the room, or that's the type of influence that you'll be seeing moving forward. So I would definitely keep an eye on that and how those people are thinking and kind of what their thought process is, because that can help you make some better decisions, in my opinion, in the long run. And going into it, for the time being, like I said, I'm not trying to call a top here on Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm not trying to pull any money out for the time being. I did make the one move that I did make recently on Cardano. I did take some profits on Cardano recently, just because it had such a crazy spike up. So I took a decent amount of profit, still have a tiny bit riding, but for the most part, recovered all my initial investment plus some. So I've been happy to see that happen, but definitely reduced my Cardano position quite a bit, just in case that pullback in case it kind of normalizes back after a 300% ROI or whatever it was. Outside of that, guys, like I said, I will be going live again tonight at 8:30 p.m. So if you'd like to join for that, we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the day. But if you'd like to join for that, would love to see you there. And if you are new to the channel by any chance, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notify bell next to that, and I will definitely keep you in the loop on all of that information. Outside of that, hope you guys have a good day. Congratulations on $10,000, $11,000 Bitcoin, $500 Ethereum, $100 Litecoin. Hope you have bought early, held on to it for a while, and are sitting in some nice profits. Crypto Bobby signing out. Peace.